Hello and welcome back to someplace other than Majula! Last time we went through the Huntsman's Copse, and then went to Harvest Valley to end up in Earthen. This time around we return to Harvest Valley because there is a bunch of stuff that we still need to explore. And we also need to discuss a bit about good old Harvest Valley itself, actually. Harvest Valley! Let's put it this way, this is an open mine. Or a quarry, I suppose. If we get to that point, I suppose it could be definable as a quarry. This is a huge trap, by the way. You got here. Hey, hi. Yeah, hi. How do I deal with this, guys? Well, the best way to deal with this, guys, is to go here. And if you go here, you're straight at the exit. Like, this is the exit. Take care of... Ow. Take care of asshole people joining in. The guys will not follow you there. If you can take care of this lizard... I cannot take care of that lizard, guys. But most importantly, never forget, there is a fragile branch of yore here. The branch of yore. Now, about this guys... Oh my god, that scared me. These guys, I believe, are a tiny little bit stronger than the ones that we fought in... earlier stages, to put it simply, in Huntsman's Copse. But they're the same people, they're literally the same hunters, if you want to call them that. I call them micropudge, because they're really micropudges. They're like tiny pudges from Dota. And as you can see, in here they will stop attacking you and start blocking instead, so you can actually exploit this and cheese the bejesus out of these guys. And I swear to god, I didn't see that guy first and foremost. I swear to god, this is one of the easiest way to take care of this area. Like, I cannot even emphasize how hard it is normally if you fight them all at once down there. Now that only one is left, I believe. Nope! I don't want to do that attack, that's for sure. We're gonna take him out rather easily. Alright. And this place is done. And as I said, this is actually a trap. You cannot, and I need to repeat this, you cannot go up here. Not even by a jump. So there's that. There's a bunch of these cells here. Some of them have undead hollows inside. Some of them have nice treasure, like Simpleton Spices. Simpleton Spices is like Skeptic Spice, but as the name says, this one lowers the required attribute of intelligence by 1 for a spell. Now, here is what I need to say. This is a quarry or a mine. And it's a Titanite mine. And Titanite was Lauron only. Titanite can be found in a thin layer of earth. In an ancient layer of earth in Dark Souls 2. Wonder what this means. Is this a place that we were in Lauron? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I do know that there is a treasure here behind a certain gentleman who's gonna open us the path. But the hard part is getting him back there and get that rafter open. In this case, we will not bother, because this has been definitely not worthwhile to try. I once did it in a couple of seconds. Once it took me like 20 years. And the only way out of here now is this way. But first, I haven't checked these stones that we've got several of. The Poison Stone and Raw Stone. An altered state of Titanite changes weapon class to Raw. This unusually hard Titanite raises a weapon's physical attack power, but lowers strength and dexterity bonuses. And Poison Stone, more importantly, an altered state of Titanite, used to imbue weapons with poison or to provide poison reduction to shields. Sorcerers at Melfian Magic Academy once attempted to imbue Titanite with various elements, but are said to have failed. Someone must have succeeded, though. What else would explain this stone? Someone must have succeeded. The way out of here is straight. You don't even get poisoned by it. It's not that hard, guys. Just go straight. Don't bother everywhere else. There is a bunch of treasures here and there, but hardly worthwhile if you ask me. There is one more thing to do, and that is through this bridge. There is some treasure here, amongst which is the chameleon spell. So if you want that with your sorcerer, you can get it straight down here. There's some spices in one of those towns, specifically in that one over there. You can access it by falling down in one of those holes, or you can jump from it. From this ledge you can jump straight into it and take the loot and get out. But here is the interesting part. We know it's a mine of friggin' dynamite, right? I swear to God I pressed the hand button, but it's not working! There we go. It felt actually like I could have risked there. He was not reacting, so he was a bit confused. There's absolutely nothing here. Oh. Oh. This statue, guys. Not only it's the same one from the first game, it is in the same spot as the first game, on top of a balcony. And it is in the same form. It was destroyed in the very same way. It hasn't moved a single centimeter. This is the altar of the sunlight, where we can learn praise the sun gesture, and we absolutely will enter the covenant, because I'll give my gains to baby Jesus. Oh yes, I will. We get the sound seal, which reinforces my fate spells. I will not use fate spells with this character, but if I give 20 sunlight medals, I get a straight sword that scales excellently with both strength and dexterity, and I will be getting the shit out of that. What does this say? No, I doubt it. Yeah, just don't believe these words. These are lies, and you know it. These are all lies. Alright. Down here, there is an alternative access to Earthen Peak, which we're gonna take. Be careful, there is 2 mini smoes here, so take great caution while going here. But if I can stagger one, then it's not an issue. I don't think the one up there draws aggro, so there is that. Now we're gonna get poisoned, but I don't mind it. Down there, pretty confident you'll die. What you want to do is go straight ahead. We're gonna get poisoned, but as I said, why did I drink the Estus? I didn't want to drink the Estus, but we do get an Estus flask shard, so there is that. And here, there is a Ferris contraption, as well as a bunch of these mushroom guys that we know and don't love too much. I don't love them too much. I know for a fact my girlfriend defines them as cute. I don't see anything cute in them. Certainly the mushrooms in the first game were cuter. This Ferris contraptions allows you to find an illusory wall here. And there is gonna be some treasure ahead in the form of a poison bite ring. I'm not gonna get that. I don't feel like it's that much needed to me right now. Have the feeling that I won't be needing it, so I will skip it entirely. That's such is life, I suppose. Now, to die for the first time in the game, we're gonna make a jump that I almost seem to fail on my first attempt. But we're gonna take that easily. And see maybe if we can actually manage and do it on the first attempt, which is going to be definable as a miracle. See that platform over there? That's our zone. That's the location where we're gonna find the treasure. Not that we particularly need that treasure, but simply for completion, we're gonna do it. And we're gonna also meet a new kind of enemy. No! 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 Alright. Alright, so... this is how I do it. Simply. That is how I do it. Just sprint, don't jump, and once you see yourself being on top of it, do a plunging attack. Hello, mannequins. These guys, they're the same from the teaser trailer, the reveal trailer of the game, only that they're maskless. I've been reading recently on the wiki, and the reason behind that is because apparently they had a issue with law, because there is this one anime or manga or whatever you call it in Japan that uses similar masks, and therefore they could not have used the mask. By the way, the same traps as in Seraph Fortress. Oh yes, indeed. I don't know for sure how the whole deal what the whole deal is about, but suffice to say, that is the reason why we don't get the bowling masks. We get, however, some Titanite shards and Soul of a Nameless Soldier. If I'm not mistaken, this chest isn't trapped, and it contains the Heavy Crossbow +3. The only way now out is not to drop down there because it's instant death, but to jump down there. Alright, I managed to actually survive, so now we're gonna go back to the bonfire of Earthen Peak. Be right back. I forgot completely to actually check the description of the Steel Protection Ring +1 last time. Said to be Ring of the once legendary Night King, Rendell, though his tales are long forgotten, and even the greatly wizened have no recollection of his exploits. Night King Rendell. You know you're a badass when you're a knight and a king. He is the one who braved Sen's Fortress with his knights, the Boulder Knights. Yes, he is the king of Boulder. Oh, no. That's the wrong weapon to two-hand, lady. That is definitely not the weapon that I intended to two-hand there. That was the shield that you were two-handing, lady. These guys actually drop a very, very decent dagger, which I believe is better than a normal dagger, as long as you use a quality build. They also drop their curved swords, which are really nice, and the clawed ones also drop their claws, the mannequin claws. On top of that, on top of all of this, they also drop their equipment, but their mask. Their mask is something that we're gonna get later. There is a Grave Warden. You can see that his weapon is imbued with magic, but I don't know if that's true, actually. No, dude, seriously. No. Dude! Come hither, child! First and foremost, I want to change the arrows a tiny little bit. Tiny little bit. Dude! Seriously! This is a lazy way to do it, but he loses aggro. His aggro is very weird, but there is a very particular reason why I'm doing this right now. That is, down there is two archers, mannequin archers. I have no idea how without a head they can actually manage to see you well enough, but they do. Be very careful. Two mannequins will drop here, and they will toss also a dagger while they do. In New Game Plus, we get the mannequin boots. That's actually very nice. In New Game Plus, there's gonna be a Grave Warden here too. Why am I calling them Grave Warden? Well, we'll discover much later on, or if we get an item from them, we'll discover soon. Mannequin boots, there we go. They're actually very light and offer nice protections. Boots of the Mannequins of Harvest Valley. The peculiar art of puppetry is a vestige of the two lost lands, Ven and Alken. A queen breathed life into these dolls with the very miasma that afflicted her poison-drenched bosom, so that she would have slaves to serve her temperamental will. A queen from the two lost lands of Ven and Alken. Oh, we're gonna fight this queen really soon, guys. We will be fighting that lady. There is treasure ahead, but there is also mannequin bros, which I want to take care of, presumably... Ow. Okay. Okay, game. Hit me once, shame on me. Hit me twice, I get almost poisoned. Is there a better way to deal with this, guys? I bet there is. Let me drop down the poison there. By the way, I like the detail that they added, that depending on the arrows you equip last, your quiver is gonna change color. I particularly like the... well, that wasn't needed because he died. I particularly like the lightning arrows the most. The fire arrows aren't that bad either. Is it gonna be enough to poison you? No. Apparently they're also poison resistant, so... that was a bit of a waste, but at the same time, we're gonna get a infinite supply of poison arrows soon enough. I believe this treasure chest is not trapped, but people seem to die here because there is those two archers that they forget to take care of, and they can do a lot of damage, as you could have seen there. And they didn't even poison me, so go figure. Up the ladder, there's gonna be another mannequin that we're gonna take care of. And there's gonna be a bonfire, which we're not gonna rest at quite yet, because resting at that bonfire will respawn 3 mannequins in this small hallway. And we want to move freely in that hallway. This is the mist that we saw from Harvest Valley, by the way. And looking up there someplace, I think it's up there exactly, that is where the boss is gonna be. But first, well, we're gonna fight against another mannequin. I almost always seem to forget about this guy, but this time around, I'm ready for this motherfucker. I'm totally ready. You can break this. And if you go here, we're gonna meet this gentleman.
Shush! You idiot! Stay quiet. I'm on the run. Don't give me away. You're a fugitive too, eh? Yeah? Why else would you be here? It's got death written all over it. You want to climb down here? I can lend you a ladder. But, how much can you offer me? Why, yep. I'm trying to help you, you know? Have you no gratitude? Downright rude, really. I've got a soft heart, so I let you off. This once.
Only for 2,000 souls. He's gonna set up a ladder. Of course we will pay that.
Alright. It'll be just a moment.
This guy is... Gilligan, the laddersmith. Yes, there is a laddersmith in this game, and... he's actually kind of a cool design. I love his armor a lot. Provided he's a bit of a...
go on ahead. I won't offer this deal twice.
He's a chubby man, but otherwise his design is really cool. I like the beard, I like the clothing type. He kind of sounds like Patches, but he's honest.
What is it? What do you need now?
He can teach you the prostration. He can teach you the prostration gesture. And he can sell you this guy's. I'm gonna buy some. He also sells lacerating knives, which causes bleed, as well as bleeding serum, which causes bleed, and a ladder miniature. A smaller ornamental ladder, a quaint little thing, but only for show. The ornament does not seem to have any particular function and should not be worth much, but is sold at an exorbitant price. He's proud of his work, what can I say about that? He sells the black leather armor, which is the same that the Rogue has in the first game, and it's actually really good in this game. I have to say that I very much like it. He sells the Reinforced Club, which is pretty much the same as the first game, only that this time around it doesn't cause bleed, so it's kind of stupid. Designed as a deadlier club and certainly offers a stronger attack, but this club also seems quick to fall apart, perhaps due to its shoddy craftsmanship. I believe it also has a very similar description. Whip, claws, and wooden shield.
Psst. Have you heard?
Not really.
Well, apparently, there's this monster lady, right? And the poison, well, does wonders for her body. You know, the health and beauty and that sort of stuff. And I thought only human women were so petty. That creature, She was human once, you know? Yeah. In fact, she was wed to the prince of that nearby castle. But her husband? He had feelings for another. The princess was desperate and sought eternal beauty. Oh.
Sorry about that.
Before long, the princess's ire transformed her into a monster. Now, listen here. When do you think this all happened? Long ago, when this very land was called something else. We say Drangleic now, but countless kingdoms have risen and fallen on this very spot. And this won't be the last. Oh no. That damned hag just can't let her old flame go. She's going to get us all burned. God almighty. I'm not going to die in this dump. Fine then. All the best.
A queen wed to a prince. She wanted a lot of beauty, more than she had already. But the prince loved someone else. And that prince lived in a nearby castle that we're gonna actually go to. The queen didn't want to let her old flame go, and she's going to get us all burned. And this place was called something else. In the past, countless kingdoms have risen and fell on the very same spot. Drangleic is now. There was Heidi, or Hade, or Hyde. Before, there was Venenalken before that. And there was a land where there was Titanite beforehand. And where was the Sunlight Altar at? The parish. Where there was a church of a certain lady. Trap here. So who is this monster that was human according to Gilligan once, but mannequin mask? Who is this monster? This is how the mannequin mask looks like. It's certainly not as cool as it was in the trailer. A fickle queen gave them life and tore off their faces. How else could she forgive those who dared gaze upon her? Actually, no, we're not gonna go there yet. We are going to rest at the bonfire, which means that we'll have to deal with that guy again, maybe. I don't know yet. We're gonna go here. That's how we're gonna deal with... Oh. Teaches me right not to lock on. There we go. Taken care of. There is a lever, switch that you can pull here. Which is gonna cause this thing to go up. There's gonna be treasure here. Take that treasure and make a run for it. Because that thing is gonna smash you otherwise. We can actually also take it to go up there and take another treasure, but we're gonna do that in due time. First and foremost, let's take care of this Grey Warden. And hopefully get some nice loot from him. That would be optimal. Down here, we're gonna meet someone that we know. Oh yes, we are. Hello.
We went through a lot together. Take this as a token of our friendship.
He gives you all of this shit if you actually help, or rather, if you get his help to kill the last giant, but if he dies, he will not give you all of this. He gives you his spear, shield, helm, armor, gloves, trousers, and ring of thorns.
They were meant for you.
You can actually see that he wears a very similar armor to the warrior armor from the first game. Although it appears to be a common helmet, it has in fact been meticulously customized, belonging to mild-mannered Pate. This has been considerably altered. Perhaps it was pillaged. Page Spear actually scales excellently with dexterity and does a lot of damage. This might be the best spear in the game. It also has a very good counter damage. Pate Spear, a long spear wielded by Pate. This appears to be a very ordinary spear, but seems to have accumulated power over the course of countless battles. It is not always advisable to stand out, especially if you have something to hide. And finally, his shield, which is a great shield, which is actually really good and requires low strength, doesn't protect you fully against physical, but offers very nice stability as well as good resistances to other elements, and it's rather light too. You can check in comparison to the tower shield. Pate's favorite great shield appears rather humdrum, but in fact was forged by layering thin sheets of iron, a process that creates a shield with excellent defense for its weight. It is not always advisable to stand out, especially if you have something to hide. Who else wore a great shield and a spear? Patches did. Detail. Detail. I'm just calling it a detail. That is a desert sorceress. Take care of them in the quickest way possible. Now the treasure, we haven't talked about the treasure with Pate yet. I forgot about that. You can talk to him further. Be wary of these vases, they all contain poison.
Well, we meet again.
No kidding.
There's treasure this way, but I have a bad feeling about it. I don't quite have the guts myself. Well, I don't...
Alright. And you cannot open this door. But from where we killed the desert sorceress, we can actually drop down. Now there is some loot down there. This particular jump... Well, you have to jump on the very side, otherwise you cannot make it through. And when you're returning back, you also have to jump on the very side at the last moment. So it's kind of risky. We're not gonna take that risk. Instead, we're gonna drop down here, and here is gonna be Pate's treasure. Treasure. There we go. Great heavy soul arrow. Awesome. And now we can open this door. Do not roll. It can break the vases.
Well, good to see that you survived.
Thank you.
Perhaps you're more rugged than I thought.
Of course.
In any case, the treasure is yours, since you went ahead and took the leap. I prefer a more cautious approach. It's hard to know who to even trust these days. For instance, I've heard that a man is out for my life. Now, what misunderstanding could have ever led to that? The poor bloke must have quite an imagination. You be careful too, my friend. For trust can be a dangerous thing. You be careful too.
So he's essentially telling to not trust anyone in this world, and he's right. Ring of Thorns. Ring granted protection by Kreml, god of struggle. The ring spikes drive into the wearer's skin, so that each blow taken fuels spite toward the perpetrator. When damage is taken, the ring retaliates and inflicts damage upon enemy. So it's essentially like the Thorns armor from Kirk, only that this time around, instead of rolling, you have to take damage. It used to be stronger, it was nerfed. Okay, this is actually really deadly. Of course. No one gives a shit about the fact that I was there and did all of that, but... do be very careful with the desert sorceresses. They can do a lot of damage really, really fast. Game, are you gonna do this to me? Come on. Alright. Let's try and stop this guy. Oh, she saw. She knows! Run! They can instantly kill me in all likelihood, so I don't need to be careful there. Really? You're gonna ask this up? What a coward. Where it implies that you were undead. Oh, run! Why did he drop? I was concentrated on the flame swathe that she casted so that I couldn't really taken care of. What did he drop? Nothing here. There we go. Cuffs worn by Wardens of the Crypt. The Wardens of the Crypt watch over the slumbering dead, making sure they are not awoken. Be they king or peasants, wise or dull, rich or poor, the Wardens treat them with the same care. It's actually really nice of them, but what the fuck are they doing in Earthen Peak? Alongside with desert sorceresses, if I might add. I don't know! I really don't know. I've been thinking about it, but I couldn't really find an answer quite yet. I swear to God, every single time I miss that. Every single time I miss that. Except for once where I actually managed to hit it. But in most cases I just miss it. What can I do about it? Oh, I had already the bow. And I also misclicked there, but there is not... That is not the most important part. The important part is... And I can pull this switch now and more safely, or rather safely-ish kind of, there's still a mannequin up there that can shoot arrows at me. Go up here and take the chest here, hopefully. Not gonna cause issues to me. Don't cause issues to me, you motherfucking asshole. Thank you. Ow, ow. He's really fast. Mirror shield. Can I survive this fall? Yeah, alright. Chugging down the Estus like a champ. That's for sure. And there's no reason to go here now. We're done with this part as far as I can tell. We completed the quest, the side quest for Pate, which is nice. We can go here and without triggering the trap there, we're gonna not even kill this mannequin. There is absolutely no need to kill this mannequin. If you go here, by the way, sweet, sweet revenge. Oh! Right, I remembered one thing that I have to do. And I'm an idiot that I've forgotten to do it. I'm a big idiot, in fact, if I've forgotten to do it, because now the mannequins down there are gonna be respawned. So I'm gonna rest at the bonfire. There is no gain, no loss here, but don't worry. Gilligan says, poison does wondrous things to the lady. Well, if you're perceptive enough, you'll notice that that poison is being taken up by... fuck! My life. Alright. Oh, I'm dead. First time is a charm! Woo! That is why you don't rest at that bonfire, guys. That is why you don't rest at that bonfire. It's all fine, though. For the first time in the game, we're gonna use a human effigy. Humanity restored. Right, let's do this now. Possibly without dying. Now stop doing that! Stop lagging, game. That would be much appreciated. There we go. Alright, and that is why you don't rest at the bonfire, because you die to the mannequins. The mannequins are bad for you, and Earthen Peak is bad, but yeah, this is the reason why there is poison all around, because the main mill is actually bringing it up, and with this, the machinery will stop in time. In its due time, it will stop. Totally expected there to press the plate. That's why I kept the shield up. Not that it matters. And as the machinery stops, so does the poison-filled hallways stop from having all the poison. Sweet revenge! This is the guy, yes. Alright. We will not be dealing with those desert sorceresses. There is worth mentioning. that there is a secret door, triggerable only with the action key here. And we get a spell quartz ring +1, which actually grants you magic resistance, which is always nice. Of course. The best way to deal with this, ladies, is to shoot an iron arrow or a heavy bolt to those two urns. Doing so will break the urns and they will get poisoned instantly, dying really quickly. Dragon Charm. Calm down, my friend, calm down. It's time to fight me like a man! Can I stab these guys? No, but they can stagger me quite long, so forgive me while I go down there and mess this up. No, no, no. Good. Glad we straightened that up, asshole. Alright. Desert sorcerers up here. Ow. Totally don't trust this woman. Totally don't trust these women in particular. Ugh. Absolutely untrusty. No, I'm not gonna stay close to that, assholes. Do your melee. Come on. That's not your melee. Do your melee. Fucking die then. Asshole. Ugh. Detest these women. Detest them a lot. They do drop dragon charms quite often though, so you can farm those here. Dragon charms are these ones. Cures poison and greatly restores hit points. A rare ancient charm that is said to be endowed with the power of dragons. It is not clear whether it is a man-made creation or some other nature. Or some other nature. It's interesting. But keep in mind, those are not very useful inside of combat. They're actually not useful at all in combat. It's worth mentioning that. Also, these guys seem to get their weapon deflected really easily by any shield, so there is that weakness. There is an NPC that we can summon, Jester Thomas. There are statues of fair ladies pouring something in chests, or not chests, urns, or whatever they want to call those. Just stab him in the back. Jester Thomas is a motherfucking champ. He uses pyromancies, and not only that, he actually dual wields pyromancer gloves, which is kind of badass. Up here there is gonna be a red phantom, not one that invades, but one that is omnipresent. That is why I actually summoned Jester Thomas early, because this red phantom can be quite a dick and hits hard. Yeah, Jester! Yeah! You're the champ! And here there are actually 2 secret doors. Illusory walls. Triggerable, of course, with the action button. This chest contains a petrified something, so that is worth taking. There we go. And this one here contains a bonfire. And down here there is a room filled up with poisonous mushrooms. And lots of poisonous urns, so we're gonna destroy this with our iron arrows. We want to create some space because we're gonna fight an enemy that we well know. You're the man, you're the freaking boss, Jester Thomas. Also, I apologize for all of these inconvenient lags here and there. I don't know what causes the... Oh. Away from them. Stay away! I can deal with that. Ow. Alright. I've actually uploaded a video some time ago showing this room. Are those teeth? Yeah, they are. Thanks, Jester Thomas. We killed the first mimic. Dark Gauntlets and Workhook. We're gonna read both of these. This one in particular, this Ferrous contraption in particular, is not worth wasting. A Ferrous Lockstone, it creates a fountain of healing if you burn down the mill, or a poisonous fountain if you did not. Fountain of healing literally restores hit points and cures poison gradually. There is that. And I think we're mostly done here, so there's just the boss left. Oh yeah, and there is a poison stone here. Indeed there is. Alright. Let's check out those two items that we got. The Wark Hook is a very peculiar item, if I can find it. It's a weapon. Yeah, there it is. It's a claw weapon. A hook that covers the hand, clearly not intended as a weapon, but certainly sharp enough to shred an enemy's skin. And what else did we get? Dark gloves, I believe. Yeah, dark gauntlets. Gauntlets of a knight subsumed by dark. No one knows the true identity of this man, but who said to freely manipulate dark? Who are said to freely manipulate dark? Old foreign legends describe them as poor souls who chased the lost art of life drain. Foreign legends. Just a thought. We are going to consume one of these guys, and we're gonna consume some dark pine resin, which is gonna give us dark magic. All the magics. Hello, Mytha. Or should I call you Fina? Enough with that bullshit. Come close and fight me like a lady. This boss is a joke with Jester Thomas. However, bear in mind that this might as well be... Well, this is certainly the queen that both Gilligan and the mannequin sets mention about. But this might as well be Fina. If my understanding of the lore is correct, this motherfucker lady is Fina, or what is left of her anyway. And her tail can be cut! Thanks there, Jester. I did not know that her tail can be cut, actually. That is something I did not know, but she can grab you with it, so I suppose that is the reasoning behind it. Mytha, the Baneful Queen Soul. Let's check it out, shall we? Soul of Mytha, the Baneful Queen who lives in Earthen Peak, the Queen sought the King's affection, even poisoning herself to attain beauty despite the monstrous consequences. All the compelling madness known as love. Queen of Love and Beauty, who assumed the form of a serpent, maybe because she was jealous of the other woman being also a serpent, because the child of that woman might have been Gwendolyn, which has a bunch of serpents coming out of his skirt. Further proof my logic is the castle that stands on top of Earthen Peak, which makes absolute no sense geographically or otherwise. But for the sake and purpose of this Let's Play, we're gonna say that it makes sense. This castle is the second town. One is the Lost Bastille, and one is this one castle here, or keep. This is the Iron Keep. Very gothic. Very, very, very extremely gothic. I love this place. Or is it Victorian? I don't know, but either way, I absolutely adore the appearance of this place. And this is a red southern side and I don't want to touch. It scares me even to see it. This place is magnificent. Absolutely love it. And this is how we're gonna conclude this episode, by resting at the bonfire, which is down here. And what else can I say about this place? Well, suffice to say this, if I'm right, the Lost Bastille is Alken, and this is Ven. There is a very particular reason why I believe this, because there is a covenant related to both regions, which are related to the Prince and Princess of Alken and Ven. Or rather, the Prince of Ven and the Princess of Alken. Could this be the castle of Gwyn? Well, there is certainly a lot of lava, and we know that he was the god of sun. Thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, be well. Praise the sun! Bye!